y'all, it's your favorite motivational speaker and makeup enthusiast, Whitney Morgan. I want us to hang out, chat, and do some makeup together. So grab your brushes and grab a snack and let's get into the video. We're going to start off with some eyeshadow primer. Just like eyeshadow primer is the base of our look, our faith is the base for everything we do in life. I'm using the E.L.F. Sheer Primer, and I got it at Walmart for like $3. It definitely gives me great color payoff at a low price. I'm just spreading that all over my eyelid, and on the box it says that for best results, blend it in with your finger. So sis, here's the deal. You don't need to go out and buy a bunch of fancy beauty blenders because you got the 5-finger deal right here. The best beauty blenders you own are your fingers. Okay, let's get into some cranberry sauce slay. Getting into the eyeshadow, I am using today the Juvias Mini Masquerade palette, and for my first color, I am using this purplish color right here, and it is called Zobo, and that's what I'm going to be putting all over my eyelid. Juvia's eyeshadows have awesome color payoff. This is the color that is going to make our cranberry, so you just want to put this all over your lid. And you want to pat it in as well. Don't swipe with your lid colors, just pat them in. Okay, so now that we have our lid color on, I know you're probably looking at yourself like, wow, I look like I got punched in the face by the cranberry fairy. But that's okay. It's all gonna work out, just like all things work together for the good of those that love the Lord, including your eyeshadow, so jot that down, boo, okay? Okay. On a crease brush, I am going to be blending this lid color out, and I'm going to be using a small crease brush. That is because I want to be able to control the pigment, and I don't want to spread it out too far up, if you understand what I'm saying. I mean, if you want to, do your thing how you like your thing, but I am just blending in circular motions, just trying to keep this as centralized and localized and moisturized as I can. But no, really, just a little blending goes a long way, boo, so be careful. Now I'm on the other side doing my best blending just to make sure that everything comes together seamlessly. And you see, as I'm blending, I control the product. You ain't gotta be scared of the makeup, girl. Put that color on there, get to blending, you got this. Okay, girl, let's get into our crease color. I am using the Vanessa palette by Juvia's and I am going in with this color Aqua, and I'm going to put it in my crease on top of Zobo from the Mini Masquerade palette. All right, I'm going in on the other side, and I am blending that other pigment from the Vanessa palette into my crease on my other side. And as you can see, again, blending in circular motions, not being too harsh with it, just making it come alive at my own pace. Okay, girl, you are killing that blending, honey. We are on to the next step. So next I have the NYX Ultimate Edit Palette, and I got this at Target for like $7. Y'all know I love me some NYX. They are the MAC of the drugstore. They can literally do no wrong. The pigment is far more worth than the price with NYX. I am taking this berry, rosy, red, I don't know what to call it, but I'm taking that color and I'm going to be putting it on top of the color that we put on top of the crease. Okay, let's go. Wow. Ooh, well. Just look at what that's doing to our eyeshadow. We are killing it. You know what I'm thinking about though? So y'all know when you at Thanksgiving and one of your relatives be like, you so pretty, you don't even need all that makeup. I never said I wasn't pretty, and I never said I needed the makeup. I just wanted to look super fine. Makeup is always about enhancing what you have, because what you already have is always beautiful. And you do for you, not what other people think you should do. Look you for you, boo. You know, I always enjoy our chats together. I love encouraging you, giving you some good words. But really, always be yourself. That is the best thing to do. It will never come back to bite you. Now, being somebody else, unless you want to be Beyonce, that ain't no problem. Being somebody else can kind of be a problem, but you are the best thing that has ever happened to you. Never forget that. Alrighty, in my outer V, the color that's going to deepen our look. In my outer V, I am using the Wet n Wild Nude Awakening palette. I got this at CVS for like $6. You know what I always say, we love to slay it, but most importantly, we always love to save it. Never forget that. So in this palette, and you can get it at your local CVS like I said, or you can get it on Amazon, it's like $8. I am going to go into this maroon color right here. This is also going to help our cranberry to cranberry. And I am going to put this on my outer V and just like halfway into my crease. Ooh, okay, alrighty, look at this. Let me tell you something. You're not gonna be able to tell me nothing on Thanksgiving with this eye look, okay? I'm just letting you know right now. So when my cousins and my aunties and all them other folks see me come in the house, just know, when you see me, you see in a real life Beyonce. All right, now that I have that maroon color in my crease and in my outer V, I am going to take a fluffy blending brush. I'm using one from E.L.F. and I think it was under $5 actually. And I'm just gonna blend it. I just wanna make sure that I don't have any harsh lines in this look. And so you can skip this step if you want to, if you like your colors to be a little stark, but I like for mine to be blended together. But like I said, it's all up to you. Do your thing, how you like your thing. Oh, look at this. We already looking better than the turkey. We're gonna be the finest, most delicious thing at the table this Thanksgiving. We in this makeup thing together, honey. I'm right there with you. Now I'm going to take some eyeshadow base. You can use concealer if you want to. I'm using the NYX eyeshadow base in the shade Skin, and I'm going to take a flat shader or concealer brush, if whatever you want to call it. And I am going to use this to cut my crease, but not cut my crease. We are actually practicing cutting our crease together because I don't really do that a lot. So let's get to it. It seems like I'm getting better results if I pat this in. So maybe that's what you should do. All right, did I cut it right? Yes, no, maybe so, we don't know, but we just gonna keep going with it. You can tell me in the comments below if you just swiped across. Okay, maybe swiping across will help the journey go a little bit faster, but remember, it's not a race, it's a marathon, so we're gonna do what we can while we can. Okay, I don't know why, but this eye seems a little harder. But that's all right though. We can do all things, even hard things. You know, with this here eyeshadow and this here blending, we are really doing the Lord's work. Now we are going to go back into that mini Masquerade palette, and we are going to take the shade, the shimmery shade right here. It is called Giza, and we are going to put it everywhere that we have concealer. Oh wow, oh wow, shiny. All right, now that we have this shimmer on our lid, you know I love the shiny stuff, we are going to go back in with our outer V in crease color just to make sure everything is blended well. Now don't get disappointed if yours doesn't look like mine or yours doesn't look like one that you saw on Instagram. It looks great because it's on you, and it looks great because you did it. When you are blending colors like this together or cutting your crease, you just want to make sure that it almost looks like a gradient, like the colors just fall into each other so peacefully, you know? Sometimes instead of my colors falling together peacefully, they look like they're falling down some steps. But it's okay, we've all been there. Now that everything in the look is coming together, we are going to go back into the mini Masquerade palette, and we are going to grab a small brush and pick up this pink color right here. I'm using a Real Techniques brow highlighter brush, and we are just going to go on the outer edges of our look and just decorate it with a little more pigment. It's like putting the finishing touch on top of the finishing touch, if you know what I mean. If you want to leave it like this, you can, but I'm not. Of course, you know me, I gotta blend everything. So I am taking a blending brush. In fact, I'm taking my Real Techniques crease brush that I use to deposit my crease color into my crease, and I'm just going to blend it out with that. Moving on to foundation, I am going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the shade 335. For $5, this foundation really gives me excellent coverage, and it does not make me feel clumpy or like my skin is just burdened and weighed down with a bunch of product. You know what I mean? The trick with this foundation is you gotta move quick because this stuff sets fast. So I usually do 1 quadrant of my face at a time, like I divide my face in 4 parts, and then I take my brush and I blend it in. I'm sure everyone makes funny faces when they are blending their makeup in. So if you do that too, just know that you are not alone, because I do it. Your makeup ain't coming out right if you don't make no funny faces. You ain't a pro if you don't make them funny faces. Only the real ones make funny faces. And the thing about foundation is I like to take my time with my foundation. That's literally like my second skin, if that makes sense. So that's not anything that I want to rush. I'm just being real extra. That's just my personality, y'all. Everything I do it big, I live it at, and I do it extra. So this is me being extra, holding my hair to make sure I get all the good stuff, and I cover everything up, even though my skin is already beautiful and the foundation is enhancing it just like yours. Your skin is already beautiful. You don't have to cover it up with foundation because you are beautiful just the way that you are. It's time for some concealer. I am going to brighten my under eye with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Honey number 30, and I'm just going to put that under my eyes. Whenever I'm blending my concealer, I kind of like to give myself a facelift and blend up. It just, to me, it makes me look more awake. So that's why I like to do it. But if you have a way that you like to blend your concealer, let me know in the comments so that I can try it and look as fine as you, boo. So everywhere that I put that concealer to highlight under my eye and the bridge of my nose, I'm just going to set it with some setting powder so that we can make sure it doesn't move around. And the thing that I usually do is I just press it into the skin and then I just sweep off the excess with a brush. Just like I said I would, I am taking a brush and I'm sweeping away that excess powder, just like we need to sweep away excess users, excess liars, excess everything negativity in our lives, honey. Just sweep it away, okay? Now I am going to contour my face with Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 50, which is Cafe, and I'm just going to put that on my forehead, on the sides of my forehead and the sides of my cheeks. I don't know why, but sometimes this can be the hardest part of my makeup routine because I always wonder if I disperse the product on each side equally, because you'll end up looking like one side of your face is higher than the other, if you know what I mean. Well, I have in the past. I don't know about you, but yeah, that has happened to me before. And so I always just like look at my face and say, okay, girl, let's make sure we get this right, so you don't look like you are stuck. All right, just like we set everything that we highlight, we have to set everything that we contoured so it doesn't get out of control. I'm going to take some soft focus powder by Black Radiance, and I am just going to set my contour with that. Now we're going to hit the sides of my nose. I really don't like to contour my nose. I love my black girl nose, but I'm just going to warm it up a little bit since I put some brightening concealer there. All right, that's even. You know my cheeks are my favorite part of my face. Let me know what your favorite part of your face is in the comments below. I just feel like we all have something that makes us beautiful, and I think it's my cheeks. Anyway, so it's time for one of my favorite parts of the makeup routine, some blush. So one thing that I love about this blush, well, all of Milani's baked blushes, is that they are highlighting blushes. And blush always just, to me, like sets off your contour. Like your contour is like, okay, but once you add the blush, it's like, okay. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how I feel whenever I add my blush to my face. So just know, if you see me act the fool in this video, for the rest of the video, it's because I done got my blush on. Let's take one last trip to the eyes. We are going to line our waterline with the color Zobo from the Juvia's Place Mini Masquerade palette, and we're going to place that color all across our waterline. Now that we've got that color popping on the waterline, we can add some lashes and mascara. Now, I'm gonna add some lashes off camera and be right back because I don't want you to see me struggle like that. We close, but we ain't that close, if you know what I mean. Listen, I'm not gonna talk to y'all while I do this because if I do, I'll mess up and then I'll start crying. So just let me concentrate real quick. Oh yeah, she's arrived and she's here to stay. On my lips, I am going to be using Classic by Milani. You can buy this at Target or Walgreens, really any drugstores. I love Milani lip products. They stay in place, they're very pigmented, and they always make my lips just look so juicy. Now that I've got that lipstick on my lips, I am going to just bring some more color into my lips with some lip liner from Colourpop. It's called Mamacita. You can really use any dark maroon, purpley, basically fall-y lip liner if you want to. Now that we've added our lipstick, we are finished with this look. You did great. You look great. I'm proud of you. Go on and slay, boo. I am so glad that we got to hang out and do our makeup together. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so that we can see each other more often. I believe in you and I love you. I will see you in my next video. Bye.